boys and girls out there as well. Have you all been good? How many of you been good? Oh, that's pretty good.
Are you
That's
sure
pretty
you've
good.
been good? I mean, no, really, really good. That is great. This year, instead of sitting on Santa's lap and telling him what you would like this year, we are requesting that you write it all in a letter and give it to Mom and Dad so they can bring it to the Macy store and they will put it in our big red Macy's mailbox.
And each letter that's mailed to Santa, Macy's will donate $1 to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, up to $1 million.
Wow, that's wonderful.
I don't know. Jingle bells, what is Make-A-Wish?
It grants wishes to special kids just like Santa does.
Well, that is great. But you know what? I have a wish, Santa.
What's your wish?
I wish you would read a story to us.
Yes!
Oh. Well, I know of one very special story I'd love to read. Would you all like to hear a story? Now, and what's the best story to read at Christmas time? Does anyone know? Well, I can tell you my favorite, and 'twas the night before Christmas. Would you all like to hear that? Oh, would you go ahead? Here we go. Okay. Well, gotta get my glasses on. Here we go, right here. Okay. Well, 'twas the night before Christmas. Gotta get to the page. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a... The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children, all of you, were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I and my cat had just settled down for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below. When what did my wandering eyes should appear? But a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I know in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his horses they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. Oh, there's a picture there. That's wonderful. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an old obstacle and mount to the sky.
Come, it's worth it.
So up on the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too.
Okay. Bye.
And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkle. You see my eyes twinkle? His dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses. His nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow. With a beard on his chin, he was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled like his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly, and that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim as he drove out of sight. Now everybody, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Isn't that wonderful? Thank you very much.
Now, wasn't that a wonderful story? I love that story. Now is your chance to have a meeting with Santa. So if you have cameras, go ahead and get it ready, parents, for you to take your picture with Santa.